format, right?
I'm like, okay,
what
no,
this
this
is?
is not. That's it's okay. Okay,
Well,
so
just do
okay,
a
we're watching
response.
Chuck's video, Yamamoto versus Ichibei. Ignore what the fuck they're in. I don't know what they're on, but no, I do know what they're on. Clyde bat skiller, but whatever. Like
Yeah.
from
But
what I've seen,
honestly,
yes.
Chuck
But
a
this
real
is not
champ.
about Clyde. This is about Chuck and Yamamoto versus Ichibei. And who would win? This video is
Chuck,
41 minutes
Tiger
though.
Chuck.
Hold up. Let us increase the volumes to 1.5. I also have subtitles on. Let's see. Did this man have subtitles?
Society. There are two characters.
Yes, yup. We got subtitles. Yo, yeah.
Yep.
Subtitles.
Let's see what Chuck the Cyber Cuck has to say.
Okay, I can get the general idea because of the
sir.
subtitles. Thank you.
Bro, our setup gets better every day. I got two homies with me from the Cord, and we're just gonna be watching Yamamoto versus Ichibei. So yeah, let's see how good
Also,
this is.
Clyde, if you see this video, come in
Clyde
the
does
server
not.
and try to debate one of us.
Clyde is.
Prove that your
Clyde
channel
is not
actually
good.
valid.
Dude, Clyde is not gonna.
He's not
come
gonna
into
watch the
Cord.
video.
Yeah. He's not gonna watch the video, and even if he did, he wouldn't come into the Discord. He doesn't even like me in general, bro. It's not even like bro, Clyde. Let's say you do watch this video, bro. If you want to say you weren't paying attention in the debate, then you can't say if you won or not, bro. So don't be mad at me for saying I won if you don't know what the fuck happened, bro. Stop being salty.
I feel really bad for Chuck being mentally nerfed by Clyde.
Bro, we'll see. That's what he's saying. We'll see. Is this nigga capping or is he being accurate? Hey, man. Chuck, all love at the end of the day, bro.
Chuck,
This is just scaling,
Chuck,
but
I'm just gonna say, Chuck.
bad takes are bad takes. He is what it is.
Like Chuck, Splash, like scale with Splash from now on. Don't scale with Clyde. Clyde bad scaling.
I don't know about that one. We'll have to see with some Splash reactions.
You know,
We'll
Clyde
see.
with the legendary take of Ukiora beats Kisuke because Kisuke never gets any stronger.
Not a good take.
Oh, also great Clyde scaling change.
Dude, stop. See, this is not about Clyde. This is not about Clyde. Yeah. Yeah.
This is Chuck. He gets his info from
Bro.
him.
Society. There are two
Like,
characters that have
the
constantly
video
been announced
started.
as being
I
the
can't-
strongest. One of
Stop.
I need to
The
put on my-
video
I need to
started.
put on my-
The video started. I'm gonna put it on normal speed, bro. It's bad with subtitles. If it's not, my God, bro. I'm so done with y'all.
Society. There are two characters that have constantly been pronounced as being the
Wait,
strongest.
why can't I hear
One of
it?
them-
What's with this? What's with this zoom in?
The zoom in, the pan.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
hear it.
hold on. I got you.
I mean, like what Clyde's. I mean, like what Chuck's doing.
being
Yeah, the
Ryu
zoom in. Yeah. It's the
Within
zoom
the Soul
in.
Society, there are two characters that have constantly been
You hear it now, Prideful?
Yeah, I can hear it
pronounced
now.
Let's
as
go.
being the
Sounds
strongest. One
Technical difficulties, voice in the cord, bro. I see the analytics, bro. I know some homies just be watching it, bro. We fuck with y'all. Join the cord, bro. It's a vibe. Let's go.
of them being Ryusai Yamamoto, the captain commander of the 13 divisions of the Soul
Yeah.
Society, and Ichibei Hyosube, one of the eldest Shinigami who named the Zanpakuto and many of its properties in the world of Bleach. And one of the
Ichibei
questions
is
that
the
is
funniest design in Bleach.
Is the what?
Ichibei is the funniest design in Bleach.
named the Zanpakuto and many of its
I
properties.
would go that far. Bro. He's powerful, bro. Ichibei is powerful, especially
I
contextual.
don't
And one of
know.
the questions that is constantly brought up is, which one of these
You look so goofy.
No, he's a monk. Nig, hold up. Monk. Fat.
Yo, he's bald. He's got a
No.
beard.
No.
That's funny,
No.
right?
No. Hold up.
Big laughing monk.
Shut the fuck. Buddha. Shut the fuck. Okay, bro. I need you to stop. Bro, I don't see the fat
look.
Buddhist. Bro, whatever. Freaking Buddhist. Shut up. Let's just.
two would win in a fight, or who was truly the pinnacle of the Shinigami. Not counting Ichigo, who we know is like pretty much everything in the series. But yeah,
Yeah.
with me today I have Clyde. He's
You didn't tell me this was with Clyde. Oh, brother. Oh,
This
brother.
is a Clyde video. We can shit on him, and it's appropriate. We did not watch this before,
Dude,
by the way.
why do you? I mentioned Clyde was in this video 3 times.
You
dude.
did? What the
Yes.
fuck? Yo, hold on. Okay,
Yo,
dude, this
dudes,
was posted.
Dudes have the memory of a goldfish.
Shut the
level?
fuck up. Okay, this was posted yesterday. So this was posted yesterday, right? So I'm like, bro, or 2 days ago, whatever. So
Dude,
This is the Clyde's most recent video. Shut the fuck up.
Go to the server
Shut the
real
fuck
quick.
up. Let's go with the
Literally,
video. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Really, well-known Bleach YouTuber, and this actually
Hey.
was a really heated topic that we thought we could cover
The fact
and
that this
try to
is
analyze
40
these
fucking
characters'
minutes
abilities, their
is
feats.
such an
and-
indictment against.
Wait a minute, Chuck.
Wait,
You
what?
didn't tell me we're gonna be talking about feet.
Yeah.
Why the
What?
And
Why
which
the
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, bro? I fuck with the energy check. I fuck with the energy check. Yeah.
Why did you skip halfway into the video, dude?
I skipped halfway, bro. I was laughing, bro. Fuck. I didn't even mean to. Oh my god. Okay.
and
Okay. But yeah, fuck with the energy. But honestly, Ichibei and Yamamoto is very clear cut. If you wanted to make a video and it be heated, you should have done Yamamoto versus the Zero Squad. That's a much more fun topic to do. And like a lot of
Doesn't-
interest.
Doesn't Ichibei just one shot?
Ichibei would one shot this nigga. Yes.
Not necessarily, because like Yama was fatigued when Yuha killed him, but
You do
Ichibei
have.
still did way better, like infinitely better against a
Dude,
stronger
dude.
Yuha.
Wait, hold up, stop.
I-
You do
I
have
said
to
stop. I just
hold
don't
up.
think it would be a one shot.
hold on,
Dang.
dude. You do have to remember that everybody that dies goes to Yuha. So this is literally Yamamoto plus Yuha plus him regaining
but
some
someone else that
arbitrary
died.
powers, then fighting this nigga. I'm
You
like,
also have to take
eh.
into account, Yang, that didn't fucking Yamamoto fight the fake Yuha and like burn through all his fucking stamina? Like,
that
not even
doesn't.
really-
That's just stamina. It doesn't particularly matter. But as for like that,
Like his
that
Bankai is just draining for him to use. That's all it means.
but for that Yamamoto
Like Super
thing,
Saiyan 3.
yeah.
the best
but-
transformation in the Dragon Ball series.
At least for the Yamamoto thing, like
Hey, people
It's
still
literally
go to
just like-
Baryon mode.
it's literally just
No,
Yuha
I'm wrong.
plus
It
this
is
guy.
more.
Like it's literally just that. Where it's Yuha plus
It
Yamamoto
is
that is
Yamamoto.
now fighting Ichibei. It's just like, oh, if I'm raffle stomping you, I would raffle stomp Yamamoto as well. But this is
Well, I
Yamamoto
wonder
plus
if-
Yuha.
Before we get into the video, I predict that they'll go the direction that, oh, Yama, he's got like, he could destroy the Soul Society. He's got like, he's more powerful. But Ichibei, he's got hacks on his side. And maybe
one thing
speed?
Clyde does watch
That's
this
what I
video. I'm just gonna say, Clyde, I want you to make the video of Ukiura versus Yuha.
What the fuck, bro? Okay, but okay. Prediction. They're gonna say that Yamamoto might be able to like just neg the ink because he's too hot. Prediction. But all right,
I'm not gonna say anything since I've seen this.
all right.
see which one of them would come out on top.
Yeah,
So Clyde, tell
Prideful
us
see it, but not
Alright,
us.
guys, so basically today
Yep.
we're going
And apparently he rage quit. So
to be talking about Yamamoto versus Ichibei. This is a topic which, it actually sounds really cool, but not enough people talk about it because when you look at it, it's sort of like the two old men leaders of both groups. Like, at the start, you have Yamamoto, who's like the head of the Gotei 13, the strongest old man that's like close to like 3,000 years old. And then later, you get introduced to the big Buddha, sort of like, sumo man, who like
Yeah.
his faces in his battle against Yuha Bark.
Oh.
And then like, he's strong as hell too, and you're like, wait a minute, alright, who would win out of these two leaders? Because they're like technically from like two sort of like categories of the Soul Society. Like the Soul Palace is separate to the main Soul
It's pretty
Society
obvious
in a different
Ichibei would
dimension.
win.
So
Look
it's-
at his beard. Ichibei has a better beard, so he wins.
Deadass, because his hair isn't, because his beard isn't white, he looks younger than Yama, despite the fact that he's old.
yes, dude, it does, bro. Yama
Like,
just
he
got
has a
raffle
fuller,
stomped.
much bushier beard. It's still, his hair's still black compared to Yama, who's like a lot
Yeah, but
stringier
guys,
and white. So like,
Ichibei has a better looking beard, so he objectively wins this fight.
it's like their authorities with how they
What, do you
treat
have a
both
beard
groups is a little bit
fetish?
different, but it's like, who
No,
would
no,
win,
no.
especially, you know, with the weird
I'm just
statement, like,
joking.
did you know the zero divisions above the Goatee 13, which, you know, we'll talk about later in the video.
For the factions thing, I guess, but he's just the pinnacle. Like, just and like if you're talking about faction that works against you, because that would mean that Yama's
What
the
do you mean?
strongest
Like,
in the
no one in the
Gote,
Goatee 13,
and he
no
is
one in the Goatee
strongest
13 can
in
beat
Shin.
anyone in the zero
Hold
division.
up, but like he is for the Shinigami, so he is overall. So I'm like, that just works against you. Like direct
At the
statements.
start of at the start of the Blood War, you know, before the Shinigami get all their amps, it was I would say that like the 5 members of the Zero Division can just solo the entire Gote.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
but
it,
they're
guys,
stronger.
really
you know,
not a
the Zero
good look.
division beats the Goatee objectively, since look at the designs of a zero division. Like, you have gangster guy, you have fat woman, you have knitting woman, and you have weird porn artist guy. Then you have
Wait,
You know,
bruh.
but, this battle in general is not
Don't
only something
sl-
that Chuck and I have been talking about.
Don't
basically
slander
making
me
for
Nice
the
edits.
like that.
It's actually closer and more interesting than you know, a lot of people
Oof.
believe. So we're gonna be talking about the true strongest old men in Bleach.
Yeah, guys, and to make this clear, we will be going over the Bleach manga, so we know it's over. It's been done for several years now, so, you know, spoilers ahead, obviously. But yeah,
Respect,
let's go ahead
respect,
and get right
respect,
into this.
respect.
This
Bro.
video is sponsored by...
Fuck a sponsorship. But bro, respect.
Fuck sponsorships.
I fuck with the video formation, bro. Honestly, Chuck. I look up to it, bro. I respect it, bro. You make high quality videos. I just do hope that you will.
About my Clyde.
Like, bro, look how good this quality is, bro. Like, Clyde, you got good quality too. Like, respect to you, like, respect. Your takes can be better though,
Shame
bro.
you're
I'm
wrong
sorry.
all the time,
I'm
Clyde.
I'm like, bro, like, much love to you, bro. But
Like,
you are just wrong. I'm sorry.
Like,
through
We'll see if your take is wrong.
If you put Clyde, like if you threw Clyde in a room with a bunch of normies, you'll probably lower her IQ points by 50 points per second.
That is
this
not
link.
nice.
Thanks.
That
now
is
let's
very
get
not
right
nice.
back into the video.
So we're not going to spend too much time in this video talking about like specific feats and trying to scale them to particular things, like, you know, oh, if he does this swing, he could destroy that thing, etc. But there's some very blatant feats in the series of Bleach. Like, for example, Grimjow almost accidentally destroyed Lost Noche.
Nigga, why are you talking about outburst feats with an inverse matchup, sir? What are you doing?
Why is he bringing this up?
Dude,
Man,
actually,
Ichibei
why are you...
and Yama,
Actually,
they scale way beyond this rim job. Like, why bring it up at all? It's not relevant
Clyde
in
and Noodles are
inverse debate.
basically the same at scaling. Clyde and Noodles scale the same way, since they both use cross verse to scale inverse.
Oh no!
You don't skip. By the way, yo, you don't
They're on the same type as like Super Saiyan God Goku stronger than Blue. He was shaking the universe.
Yeah, basically.
But the only times you would ever use crossverse, like, or calcs to scale characters is there's no like distinction on who is stronger, and the only thing you have are just feats that they do perform. But that is very rare, bro. That is very specific, bro. Like these, especially for Bleach, that is very clear cut. Because I'm of the opinion that there is, like, if there's no even matchups really in Bleach. Like, really? If there is, there's an actual handful, and that's just unironic because there's like just blatant things, dude. Like, it just sucks.
Oh,
it is just what it is.
No, like, Nudes, remember when I was in like Hub server and why I kept posting like the Naruto topic was I straight up knew too that like there's no fucking like good fights in Bleach. They're all like one-sided.
Yeah. It's literally if you know why or not, dude. And that's pretty tragic when I'm like pretty clear-cut power scaling. I guess. Like, there's not really much to talk about. Like,
yeah.
Good on Kubo.
You can at least finagle and bullshit your way to a victory. Like with
I'm
Bleach, it's like pretty blatant that one character's above another.
I'm like, it's really cool, you know, that like the power scaling's cut.
Stuff doesn't work when we're talking inverse.
Zero,
Because at the end of the day, narrative trumps the actual feats within the context of the story.
Halliwell's Fruction and all the other people that were actually watching the battle, they were pretty much like, why is Grimjow using this attack? He did this in base form. It's actually stated that any Espada is actually...
Okay, so sometimes I have a lot of like ums and uhs and whys and ahs. Like, is Chuck just that nervous when talking right here? Like, he doesn't come across as confident just by reading the subtitles.
Abilities, their feats, and on top. So Clyde, tell him what's up.
Alright, guys.
No, like, it just sounds like Chuck, honestly. Well, maybe throughout the video I'll see, but it just sounds like regular Chuck to me right now. Regular old Chuckaroonie.
Cheers. And then you've got Ukiora, who, with the multipliers of his release form, could destroy Lost Noches, hundreds of times to thousands, depending on how you scale it. It's actually up to you. I'm not going to argue about the scaling when it comes to that. It's different each time you look at it. It can be scaled both ways. But what's interesting about this is that we know that base Aizen casually scales above...
this is a Clyde video. He brought up Ukiora.
It is a Clyde feature, bro. Ukiora has to be mentioned. I don't know why you're mentioning him, but let's see, I guess.
Sparta, if you somehow believe that Ukiora's second release is a secret, well, we can just use Yami as another example, because he's got like 2 transformations and Aizen still scales above him. So you have Aizen, who goes up against Yamamoto, and pretty much Yamamoto is not scared at all. And there's a databook statement that basically confirms that Yamamoto, without his sword, that means he's getting no spiritual pressure assistance from his blade when it gets sealed by Wonder Wise. Well, he's like, you know what, I don't even care, I'm still gonna fight Aizen. Like, he's not even intimidated and thinks that he can still do it. Aizen's actually surprised continuously with how strong he is. Like, for example, Wonderwise not being able to completely stop Yamamoto. There's actually a scene in Bleach where, Wonderwise dashes over to hit Yamamoto and he just goes bang with one punch, knocks him through the city, and then Aizen turns around and he's like, what the f***? So, there's that.
Okay, hold on. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna let this scene like play for a second.
You have to have a burnt arm to release this keto, and he grabs onto Aizen, and basically he activates it. And Aizen says in the manga, pretty much, I wasn't expecting that. Like, he almost got me, so he was surprised twice at how strong Yamamoto was, and again with no assistance from his sword, Yamamoto casually without his Zanpakuto scales above a lot of characters who have some very crazy like country-sized feats. Another example is the
Okay, dude. Okay, so like going back to this, right? I just let this play. Okay, so I get fully what he's talking about now. So Wonderwise, our boy Wonderwise, you literally bringing up that scene and like Aizen turning around, that's literally not how it is. You're misrepresenting that, dude. Like, unironically, you're legitimately misrepresenting that. So Wonderwise,
Aizen's plan to just have Wonderwise suck up his Shikai's fire, and then when he dies, blow up to cripple Yama.
Hold on, dude. Like
this is fine.
Hold up, dude. It's literally
for Aizen, this is fine.
I'm like, dude, it's literally so bad because I'm like, hold on. I'm literally bringing up the scene right here, bro. This nigga. He does really good against Yamamoto, dude. Look at this nigga. He's fucking bleeding. This nigga hits him and he's bleeding, bro. Come on, bro. Got all the scuff marks on him, bro. Like, bro, actually just underestimating my boy, bro. Like, he actually does put hands on him, bro. He also does call him strong. Like, if you actually read what he's saying, bro, like, what he's saying is that, like, bro, like, you got all this good stuff, bro. You pretty fast. You punch pretty strong. You're lacking experience. You're lacking technique. Stop downplaying it. Stop it.
Dude, it's a video of Clyde in it, dude. So no Hollow can be stronger than Ukiora.
Like, hold up, dude. For that, like, for this hit right here, Yamamoto's not holding back when he is throwing hands with this nigga, bro. He's not holding back. He comes back, bro. Stop downplaying.
Wonderwise, unironically, stronger than all the Espada, just by virtue of doing this well against Yamamoto.
Like, bro, he was putting hands on him, bro. Yamamoto says you're pretty strong. He says he's strong.
Wonderwise can like beat most of a war
arc. I guess we'll see in this video if he says that in this video. But so like I know which scan like this is. I don't think it's represented like this. I think it's that like Yamamoto was confident that could still win, or like Yamamoto was still stronger, or something along those lines. I'm like, yeah, like that's pretty cool and whatever, but like I think you're very misrepresenting this, bro. Aizen and Yamamoto are relative. They can fucking box. It's just that Aizen would lose in just a straight up fight if he doesn't use Kyokai Suigetsu. Pretty blatantly. If this nigga uses Kyokai Suigetsu, this nigga is dead.
Aizen outright confirms, like, in a straight up fight, you would most likely win because you're that much stronger than me.
Yeah. I'm like, just
we didn't go for a straight up fight for that reason.
Literally, like, they are relative though. These niggas can put hands on them, bro. Like,
He's
what
not
I'm
even
saying,
intimidated.
my view of characters don't get stronger through the series is why I wonder why he should unironically beat most of a war arc.
Also, I'm not sure about this. I would have to check, but I don't think this is said that you need a burnt arm to do this. Like, I'm not sure that's said.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he said that he needs like to sacrifice a charred piece of his body as like ammo.
Like, I think he said like he has to sacrifice something. I don't think he specifically said it had to be like burnt or anything. I
remember it's either he needs to sacrifice a limb or I think pretty much an arm to do that. Oh, I remember. He needs to sacrifice an arm. I don't remember if it needed to be burned or not.
All right. I'll take your word for it. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, because I have Unmasked right here. I'm flipping through it and I don't see it at a quick glance with like what's explained. Yeah. I'm not really seeing it, so I don't know if that's accurate. But yeah.
To have a burnt arm to release. Yamamoto casually without his Zanpakuto scales above a lot of characters who have some very crazy like country-sized feats. Another example is the Sokyoku.
Dude, also like I don't know why you represented it like this specifically, because I find this so funny, right? You could have literally just said, dude, that attack he thought would have killed him and Aizen. And then he takes it and then he attacks Aizen. I'm like, you could have represented it like that, and it's a much more accurate like representation. No need for this Wonder White stuff.
Honestly, the thing with the scaling that they're using is still kind of invalid, and he scales above characters with country level feats. No, he blatantly scales above the Espada, not characters with country level feats.
Like, you can argue that the Espada, like, you can just say that, like, oh, Las Noches is a country and they can destroy it. Like, I think that's what he's going for.
Why are they bringing, again, like, this is a big issue I have with people that do this. Why are you using cross-burst for inverse when it's pretty obvious inverse?
Yeah, like, this just shouldn't be talked about. But, like, this is just bad.
Yeah, it's just like Noodles when he says, like, yeah, Kakazu beats pain due to Kakazu having a multi-continental feat.
Of a lot of characters.
No. There's even a lot of ways to scale things. I'm like, that's just not good ways to do it.
Yeah, just like
either way though.
To sort of like go on to that again, like we have to repeatedly say this because like this is a very dumb point that Chuck and Clyde are making here. It's that, you know, no matter what calc you give Kakazu, pain scales above him. No matter how you try to wiggle your way through it.
Dude,
why bring up cross-burst scaling, you know?
Like, you give Kakazu an outer verso scaling in fucking pain would still scale above him.
Like, it's just how it is in a narrative, you know?
Yeah, like, narratively, Aizen's above, like, his entire army.
It's like, yeah, no matter what feats you bring up, it's irrelevant to him because he scales above them.
Except
like,
why bring up the
cross-burst feats for an inverse topic?
Yeah, like specifically
use the inverse topic for inverse topic, you know?
Yeah.
Who have some very crazy like countryside.
Except when you say like Ukiyo scales above Aizen,
has a lot of statements about it that really put it in a high category of power. The first being that in Aizen's note, he says that it basically has the power to wipe out the Soul Society and the surrounding areas, etc. Now, some may say, oh well, Aizen's note was a lie. Well,
hold up.
And the surrounding area.
Society as well. Like, what do you mean the surrounding areas? It never says that. It just says the Soul Society.
It's Now, some may say, oh, well, Aizen's note was a lie. Well, here's the issue. Let's say in the note it says, the sky is blue today. Just because it's in the note doesn't mean everything's a lie, you know? Like, he can describe things in the actual note itself, but it's just the intention of the note that was the lie. And then there's another feat, which... This one you can take with a grain of salt, but basically, in one of the data books, there is...
Why are you bringing up light speed calcs?
The release of the Sogoku can...
Like,
You're
this
finally
is just to pad the
using...
runtime.
Bruh, hold up. I don't think this man was using this part of the argument. Yeah, hold up. You're finally using... Okay. Yo, hold up. Is this the picture? Hold up, bro. I can't tell if this is the picture that I took originally, bro. But respect, okay. You're finally adding to the argument. Okay.
Yeah. But,
hold on. Let me see if he finishes it. Hold on. Before we say anything, let me see if he finishes this argument.
Overwhelm everything in existence with its spiritual pressure. So a lot of really crazy feats for Yamamoto.
Come on, bro. You could have finished it,
dude.
But okay.
This video pisses me off so much. The fact that they go, yeah, they're this powerful due to cross-verse scaling. Even though, no matter how you scale the character of cross-verse scaling, like Yang said, inverse, they're always going to scale the same. No matter how impressive the scaling that you get for every other character. Like, Yami is always going to scale above Ukiura, no matter how impressive you make Ukiura's feats.
Yeah. But for this right here, like, you shouldn't be saying like the sky is blue. Like, and using that as your feat, right? So Toshiro gets this letter. Toshiro can share this out. So if this isn't believable, right, and he just shares it, that just makes Aizen's plan become mute. So Aizen has to make it believable to multiple people in Dagote, because he can show it to anybody in Dagote. So he has to make it believable. The only thing that we know is false, and that works, that from the letter that we've seen that is false, is that Toshiro is trying to do this with the Sogoku. That's the only part. That's how you should be arguing this. Like, not that like the sky is blue. Like, that's cool, but like there's a much better way to articulate.
Similar to Aizen saying, like, my greater spiritual pressure means I can negate your abilities because you're a lot weaker than me. Like, that has to be a believable statement for the characters to just, you know, believe it and be like, oh, you're just bullshitting with Kyoka Suigetsu. Yeah,
they'll literally be like, dude, Aizen has to play smart. Like, come on, bro. Much better ways to articulate this, bro.
And some of these would also apply to Ichibei, but those are basically the real...
Bro, if they apply to Ichibei, why are you mentioning them?
You know, off the dome sort of...
Wait, did he say some of these apply to Ichibei?
Yeah, he said some of these. Oh! What doesn't it apply to, huh? What does
he scales above all of that?
Wait, so you think base Aizen, bro, scales above?
Dude.
My boy, like, what are you talking about?
Literally
Wonder why scales above
you all around. He scales above everything you showed so far.
Defeats. There's stuff from, you know, Hell.
Like, even take out Yama's feats, he scales above everything that Yama scales above as well.
Just slap in the face ones that Yamamoto clearly scales above.
Yeah, and so with Yamamoto, he was considered like the last defense for the Soul Society. Like Aizen even said, like, if he fell, then so would, you know, pretty much the whole Serite. And
no, he says the 13 court guard companies.
The Zero Squad is in the 13 court guard. I just realized something about the video, guys. I think Chuck is using inverse scaling. Well, like Clyde is using cross-verse.
Oh no.
Is he?
Which we could use too, but those are the real just slap in the face ones that Yamamoto clearly scales above.
Yeah, and so with Yamamoto, he was considered like the last defense.
He is! Wait a minute, he is!
That's why I'm so, like,
unironically lowering the quality of the video with his
the only inverse thing he said, like Clyde said, was like, oh, Wonderwise, and that's the only inverse thing he said, but he mixed it with crossverse.
For the Soul
this man just fully talking inverse.
Society, like Aizen even said, like, if he fell, then so would, you know, pretty much the whole Serite. And to go over his abilities, he does have, like, as I said, one of the strongest, if not the oldest, like, fire type Zanpakuto in the Soul Society.
It is the oldest. Don't say if not. It is the oldest. Yes.
And it is
It
so
is
scorching
blatantly
hot
stated to be the oldest.
Yeah.
that it can reach over 15 million degrees. He has several abilities. His sword is called Ryujin Jaka, and basically, like, just with it being released, even in just as like a small sector, it could have wiped out the fake Karakuta town, and it could have probably killed all the captains there. But Yamamoto.
What the fuck was that sound?
What is
Ow.
that sound, dude? What the fuck? The heck was that?
What
The heck was that?
This came out of nowhere.
What the? Okay, bruh. Oh, jeez, dude. But what the? I don't know what Chuck is talking about here. Why are you talking about his Bankai and Ryujin Jaka when this is what you're talking about in fake Karakura Town? This is Shikai. This is a technique he uses in Shikai. Why are you mentioning that for his Bankai? Are you done?
Hey, Yang, do you know what that sound was?
To ensure that wouldn't happen, but you know, just constantly,
no.
even by Aizen, who like
Just
talks about
hear this buzzing out of nowhere. I don't know.
Like I don't know.
Laughs at them.
Yo,
Even
Clyde
he
is
was
directly attacking our internet connection. He's attacking our headphones, so we can't
Was
talk to
he?
each other.
Like, just with it
Was
being
it the video?
released, even in just as like a small sector, it could have wiped out the fake Karakuta town, and it could have probably killed all the captains there.
I don't. What the heck?
You know, just constant. Even he was like, yeah, I need to prepare against Yamamoto, or I'm pretty screwed, right?
Yeah,
They prepared against each other.
Aizen pretty much like invented a being with the Hogoku to stop Yamamoto. Like, he had contingency plans for Ichigo, but he also wasn't really scared of Ichigo that much because he sort of thought that he could, you know, basically.
Are they
put
trying to
anything
say
into existence
Aizen
when it comes
doesn't
to
scare with
Ichigo,
the
like, he could set up
Yamamoto
his
without
fights, he could develop his powers. Like, he wasn't.
No, I don't think that's what he's saying. I just think they're just trying to say that like Yamamoto is a substantial amount. Hey. What is this freaking buzzing? What is this buzzing?
What is this?
Dude, the video's paused. What's the buzzing?
Is it your mic?
No, it shouldn't be.
Like, if it's his mic, he shouldn't be able to hear it.
Yeah, if it's mine, I shouldn't be able to hear it. Like, what the freak? But okay. So, oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
So
you might be right. Clyde might be cyber attacking us to stop us from making this video.
But like, furthest thing about Ichigo, like Ichigo was meant to be later in the plan. Like Aizen didn't want to fight like Kenpachi because he's immortal, until he was immortal, because he's like, oh, what if this nigga just randomly, when I'm just fighting him, just becomes a trillion times stronger and one shots me or some shit. Like, it's just at different parts of his plan, he doesn't have to worry about certain things. And he's like, all right, if I'm immortal, okay, I don't have to worry. And like, that's at the stage Ichigo will come in. Ichigo's getting stronger throughout the arc. Yamamoto's just this constant strong nigga.
He could develop his powers. Like, he wasn't.
Yeah, because Ichigo's potential is insane.
Yeah.
But also,
He went from not even being able to cut Kenpachi to beating him in the course of one fight just by wanting to get a closer relationship with his Zanpakuto.
But Noons, are you sure he's not arguing like Aizen can't beat Yamamoto without prep time?
No, he's definitely saying that. Like he's being like that's the extension of what he's saying. Like if Yamamoto is just good. Like, yeah.
He went out of his way to trap Kenpachi and Wako Mundo, and then he came up with contingency plans specifically for Yamamoto because, as Chuck said, his sword is confirmed to be the strongest.
Actually, Noitora is stronger than Aizen.
It was said by, I believe, Ukitake and there's other characters that do say it, but they always say this when he's just in Shikai, which is even more crazy. Like, when they see it get released, they're like, whoa, this transcendent spiritual pressure, it's wild, and it's actually a little thing that people skip in the Soul Society arc. When he releases his Shikai, Ukitake looks at it, and him and Shunsui, they can, like, barely stand in front of it because of how overpowered it is, and that's just only in his Shikai form. So, Chuck is definitely correct when it comes to all that
It's
stuff.
so society.
There is a lot of...
It really doesn't. Like, you can try to make arguments.
Yamamoto's an old man. He can't get any stronger. He's already hit his prime. In fact, his past was his prime. Because young.
Univa's blatantly wrong.
Yeah, dude. Like, I guess you can argue it, right? But so here's the thing about like transcendence. So transcendence isn't a No, look at this. Look at this bull. Look at this bull. I could hear freaking static again.
What's with
What
that
is
fucking
that?
buzzing?
I don't
That's
know. What the is that?
Are you sure your mic and headphones are fully plugged in?
Yes, they're fully plugged in. Why is it doing it? I don't understand.
I don't know. It might be a. I don't know. It could be a me issue. Let me leave real quick.
No,
Just
I'm
turn
here.
off my.
Oh my god! But
It can't
I
be
don't
me.
know.
Trent-
Is
I'm
he coming for
mobile.
me?
okay, let me just explain this real quick though. Transcendence isn't a tier. Transcendence is something relative. It's a difference in power. That's what transcendence is. It's just a different tier in power, bro. Stop. Bro.
It just means you're way stronger than like basically everything else around you.
Yeah.
Noons, I think you should link your video of why people in the past are very shit in
Oh,
scaling. in the field.
yeah. Like I'll link that in the description for y'all, right? But yeah, man. Bleach in the past sucked. All right, buddy. Sucked. Just got to put that out there.
Like,
I4.
yeah, young Yamamoto gets slapped by fucking substitute Soul Reaper Ichigo.
Unironically, and that's sad. That's actually sad. I'm like, I
The
didn't
original
want.
You have at Yamamoto beat the original
Dude.
Yamamoto that you have at Yamamoto beat doesn't have the Almighty and he's weaker.
Dude, like
He's
okay.
weaker than,
No,
he's,
he
like,
has the
weaker than-
Almighty. Like when he fought Yamamoto, he just didn't use the Almighty.
Oh, I thought he had the Almighty.
No, yeah, he does have the Almighty. He just chose not to use it against Yamamoto, and he freaking got one shot when he went into bomb the guy. But yeah, like it's somewhere in this video, whatever. Like freaking Ichibei, freaking inked out Zangetsu's name, and then Ichigo negs it. Like that's actually depressing. That substitute arc Ichigo is stronger than like these niggas in the past. Like that's unironically just fucking depressing.
Yeah.
It's depressing as heck, dude. Oh my god, dude. Jeez.
So, you know, Chuck is definitely correct when it comes to all that stuff. Like, there is a lot of stuff that constantly surprises, you know, even characters like Eisen. I mean, what Chuck said before about, you know,
I think we
Yamamoto
might have to
taking...
deal with an army of Clyde goons after this video.
Bro, we probably are gonna have to deal with goons, bro. People are gonna be mad as freak about this. It is what
Assuming
it is,
the video
though.
doesn't get instantly copy struck.
Bro, it might be, bro. But I'm like, dude, we're talking so freaking much, dude. No, stop it. Stop it, sir. Stop it.
Yeah, we're probably out talking the video.
Honestly,
We're
yes.
being honest.
We're adding more
We're what?
than the video itself.
We're what? Not even 10 minutes in, and we've been here for what? 30?
How much?
How long
We've
has
been
this
here
recording
for
been going on?
We've been here for nearly 40. It's 8 minutes. Let's let the video play a little bit more.
Shikai
Fuck.
flames, which were gonna kill all of the other Shinigami in Kamakura Town. I think it's something along the lines of Aizen's like, "Oh, you're aware that your subordinates are gonna die, aren't you, huh?" And he's like, "Well, it's a sacrifice that must be made." But it's like, even still, he actually wasn't gonna let them die. He dived on the bomb to stop it and tanked it, and then almost killed Aizen with the Kido. And Aizen's like, "What the hell? I wasn't expecting that." So there you go.
Yeah, so his Bankai
Oh, wait,
is
almost kill Aizen with the Kido? What?
No, he did not
Did
almost
someone
kill.
else get that wrong?
No, that is what he said. That is what he said. That's not what happened.
No, he did not
this show-
almost die from that. He got some burns, but that's
Hell, I wasn't
it.
expecting
Look
that.
at
Does
his
he look
face.
like he's near
Oh.
death?
Look at his
Oh,
face.
dude,
Look at his
you
face.
forget we're talking about Clyde here. A couple burns means he nearly died.
Oh yeah. Duh.
Yeah, but Aizen basically. Why are they using base Aizen scaling for War Arc Yama?
Dude, they don't know the freaking full bring scaling,
Like-
dude. They didn't read the Lost
like-
Asian arc. They didn't read.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Well, you know what
Just
they
for
say,
y'all
No,
goons,
Dangai-
hold
the
up.
Dangai itself amped Ichigo. It's Dangai Ichigo for
Oh,
a reason.
it going,
Oh,
my
fuck.
friends? I do hope you're
So it's
having
not
a
his normal powers. That's not his normal power. He doesn't regain it when he regains
Well,
his powers.
This is a pretty old video, bro.
Well, we're
6
gonna be
months ago,
honest,
bro.
Dude,
Like-
Master Lorde is the strongest version of Ichigo since it fought Ukiura, and Ukiura doesn't have a multiplier.
Dude, Hancho might unironically believe that just by the scaling he had in that one video. But besides that, right? So, this right here, 6 months ago, full bring is way stronger than you think. This nigga is above Mugetsu, bro. Like, dude,
Well,
if you don't
Not that
understand,
not that version of Full Ichigo in the thumbnail, Because like
But
his full bring has to be completed
No,
from
not
regain his powers.
not this version of full
Dude.
bring Ichigo, but when he completes
Dude.
his full bring, he's above him.
Noons, you proved you were stronger than Mugetsu, but did you prove that you're stronger than Vasta Lorde?
Shut
Don't you know
up.
Vasta Lorde is like the strongest
Yeah, so
being in
his
the verse?
Bankai is
Yora.
called Zanka no Tachi, which basically concentrates
You look
the
like
heat
a-
of the blade at the
you
tip
look
of
like
it,
a bum.
and like he can also summon trillions of souls that he killed himself. Like he can just summon like all of these, you know, victims that he had, and then he can use them against like whoever is in his path, right? And the thing with this Bankai is that like it was so insane because as soon as it was released, a bunch of water all over the Soul Society, like not even the Serite, like not even the city itself, the whole realm was being affected by this, to the point that Shunsui and
Dude, the subtitles
Unohana
make
were
us
like, yo,
all read like
if he
one
keeps
long
this up,
ass
he's
run-on sentence.
There's no periods.
gonna wipe out
Dude,
everything.
this
He's
is
basically gonna
painful.
evaporate all the water everywhere.
Like, dude, ups to Chucky said realm. I don't know if Clyde agrees with that though. I don't know if Clyde agrees that the Soul Society is realm and not a planet.
Yeah.
I don't know if he agrees.
Yeah,
to
but
that.
here's the issue. Chuck is, I think he's trying to do a cross-verse point here.
Yes, this is bringing up something cross-verse. Yes, that would be correct.
Actually, it's
So,
even crazier because they were
No
worried
wonder
that
this
by
video
him
is so painful.
passively standing in Bankai, it was going to destroy the whole Soul Society. And there's a couple of people that get shown, like Unohana is visibly very worried, and she even like monologues in her own head that like she hopes Yamamoto ends the battles fast, and that's really good because a lot of people put Unohana in that same echelon of power as Yamamoto, but it's very clear that even she is worried about what might happen. You know, you've got
No, she is not, my G. It's
She
the
is not
sad-
on Yama's level.
Look at this. Look.
What is
What
with the
is
buzzing?
that?
I don't know. Look at it. Look at. It comes and it goes, dude. Hold up.
All of us can hear. So, who is it coming? It's on. Oh, it's in the chat.
It's hold up. Fuck.
Oh, Hybrid just joined, and that's the sound's coming from Hybrid. It seems like the
Hybrid?
Hybrid's
What?
in the call.
No, hybrid's muted. Hold up.
Somehow it's coming from
Hello?
Hybrid.
Hello?
He joined.
Actually, and no, F that.
maybe-
Let
wait.
me do it like this, bro. We are changing audio. The buzzing did kind of stop, honestly.
Oh, the staticky sound.
Yeah,
That happens from time to time. Like I think it's probably from you, dude.
from me. All right,
Yeah,
I
but I used to remember like
How's it coming from
because like,
him? He can kill.
no, but like sometimes when we play L Night, that happens.
I see it.
Okay.
I don't know why the freak it's happening then.
I think let me try again. Like for me, because like, let me try. Give me a sec.
Yeah, my boy was at one. Oof. People that's watching this video, I know y'all were getting ear blasted probably. That man was at. That man was 50%
when it
louder.
first happened,
Jesus
it hurt
Christ.
my ears and I have no headphones.
Jeez, dude, I might have to edit like those freak. I don't know.
You know? But no, it turned out that it was like a fake one. And one thing I like to mention as well is that a very fun fact about Yamamoto is that his flames are not literally flames. It is more so that his spiritual pressure is like so immense and so transcendental that it resembles flames. And
That's cool.
it's 50 million degrees. He can focus it at the tip of his blade. He can summon souls. So he just has insane raw power, insane.
Wait, are they just repeating what they just said about what his Bankai does?
He is older.
No,
because they
Dude,
mentioned
I
like the
like
trillions
how-
of souls just like a minute ago.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They mentioned it for the abilities, and
Oh my god, dude! I think like Chuck just made an argument which sounded like a splash argument, since how he said transcendental sounded very similar.
More experienced than Urahara. He himself can use like, the, dragon Kido. He can use a time stop Kido, and the Itokaso, which is that sacrifice Kido where, he sacrificed one of his arms to try to kill Aizen. And that is one of the reasons why Yuha was like, this is why you're not really a war potential, because your power got cut apart. And as we know from Kenpachi and from common...
Bro, we are 12 minutes in, bro. Why don't you just bring up the statement that Yamamoto is said to be the best in all forms of freaking Soul Reaper combat? What the freak is wrong with you, bro? Why don't you just bring up this statement? Talking about, oh, he can do Kido. He's the best thing at Kido.
Dude, they are literally saying Yamamoto's power was cut apart since he lost his fucking arm here. It hurts.
Wait, what?
It hurts.
Did they?
Yeah, listen.
Try to kill Aizen, and that is one of the reasons why Yuha was like, this is why you're not really a war potential, because your power got cut apart.
No.
Dude,
I need to
literally paused the video for 20 minutes after I heard that, just trying to process how the fuck I got that wrong.
Sir.
Wait, are they going to go the direction of like Ichibei would be like Warark Yama, but like prime, quote unquote prime Yama would clap because he's at full power or something?
They might. Dude, what, bro, y'all need to watch this
direction they're going to go?
Bro, y'all need to, bro, that's not what it is, bro. Y'all
this video is
garbage.
Okay, I have a question for all you guys. Do you think this is painful?
Yes.
And as we know from Kenpachi,
I can't hear it, so I'm just reading the subtitles, but to be frank, the ums and uhs are pissing me off more than this point. His points.
Hold the sword with two hands.
It's like, have some confidence, man. You're making a fucking video.
So Yamamoto was heavily nerfed. You could
what, do you not do second takes?
50% or even more. And even then, he was still able to defeat this fake Yuha to essentially like go in on him and steal his Bankai.
What are you talking about, bro? That's a sword swing. He uses techniques. What are you talking about? He never actually swings his sword at
dude. The argument that they just made is Yamamoto lost an arm, so he's basically half as strong as he was when he fought Aizen.
No! Stop it.
Like, okay, are they trying to hype him up like beating Royd? Because Royd's not even in the elite stern room. This guy's not even as strong as Grebby.
No, like they're just demonstrating his feats, right? And I'm like, bro, and then saying like, bro, he's nerfed because he doesn't have his arm. And I'm like, no, wrong.
I mean,
sir.
To be fair, if he did have his other arm, he would be stronger because, he wouldn't be crippled. But... it's quite possible he trained over the time skip,
No, I'm not even like there's that, and like that's what I was originally going on.
I guess
but it's also that
but
it's also the fact that, right, so he would have more spiritual pressure if he had his arm. Yeah, okay, cool. So what they're talking about with like the sword swing doesn't apply because Yamamoto doesn't do that. Like, unless you're trying to say with him specifically concentrating it into the tip of his sword. But I'm like, with how it works, if you're relative to him, like, bro, you're just not trying to get hit by it. I'm like, dude, I don't think saying, like, trying to present it like this is good at all. Trying to be like, oh, Yamamoto's nerf, I don't think that's good at all. Like, to be trying to like say it like this.
And you could argue the battle could have gone differently if he was at full power, but Yuha just caught him like by surprise, and since he wasted too much power, that is what ultimately led to his downfall.
He literally contained his mom.
Why is there Dark Souls music in the background? I just realized that.
Hey, bro, don't be coming at the OSTs, bro. I be having Persona OSTs in the back, bro. I be having Bleach Lo-Fi in the back, bro. Don't come off the OSTs, bro. Hold up.
Okay, get fine.
I'll represent for Chuck, bro. I'll represent for Kai, bro. I'll be a fanboy for a second. Fanboying over. Back to being.
Actually, no. I may have been mishearing.
And he got cut apart like pretty nastily. It was actually one of the most brutal like sequences in like the whole series, I would say. But
bro, this scene was cold, dude. I'm sorry, prideful that you're getting spoiled on the 1,000-year blood war, bro.
No,
this
that's fine. No, wait. This man said this is one of like one of the most like violent scenes, right?
Yeah, like I think he
or
said
something like that.
He said brutal, I think.
This man, you mean to tell me this man didn't fuck? Yeah, I'm willing to bet this man did not read Soul Society or like the freaking Alonka arc.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
It's a
Ichigo
lot
gets his
worse.
leg fucking crushed in the Iran arc.
Not only that, in the Soul Society, you can literally see that Isaac tore Ichigo's like freaking like his whole stomach and chest was gone. The only thing holding him like together was just his spine. Yeah. And if I remember correctly,
I have to say, seeing this, I feel bad for Yamamoto. He's half a man he used to be.
Shut up. That's not a good joke.
Oh, come on.
Rangiku, in the Fate Karakura town, she literally gets half her stomach torn off.
Yeah, bro, there is that. There's also Hiyori having the same thing happen to her, but worse. Because it's more.
Literally having her legs separated from the rest of her body.
Yeah.
This man a pansy, bro.
I'm like, dude.
And then you have fucking Mayuri just blowing up some fucking random Shinigami in the Soul Society arc.
Yeah, Yamamoto getting cut in half, most brutal scene in Bleach. Mayuri makes suicide bombers. Mayuri fucking tortures fucking...
Dude, have you fucking seen Zayo?
Crazy, dude.
Have you fucking seen...
literally fucking tortures Xylopero.
Have you fucking seen Zayo rebirthing himself from Nemu in the manga? Holy fuck!
I like to cover is that people.
Like, you think this is the most brutal scene in Bleach?
A stronger Yuha or a more, I guess, more prepared Yuha since he had the Bankai from Yamamoto. But we do have to keep in mind that Yamamoto was not at 100%, and we also have to keep in mind that he was pretty emotionally. I guess you could say conflicted in a way because
Okay. So at least for this, when you're saying like Yamamoto, like Ichibei might have fought a more powerful, no, he blatantly fought a more powerful Yuha. Yamamoto died.
Like,
his power was added to
even if you disagree with that, like he still has every Quincy that died guaranteed goes back to him.
Dude, anybody that interacts
died between those fights.
Theoretically,
like anybody that just interacts with people that interact with freaking the Sterners, also just like goes by proxy, and it's whoever interacts with it, dude. I'm like, dude, you just fucking die, you go to Yuha, bro. Like, bro, what the fuck, bro?
A stronger Yuha.
He just straight is a stronger Yuha. Like, not a probably stronger or more prepared because, he's going to Yo's Bankai. No, he's just stronger.
Straight up, bro.
Or a more, I guess, to keep in mind that Yamamoto was, not at 100%, and we also have to keep in mind
Yamamoto definitely was at 100% because he was enraged.
That he was pretty emotionally, I guess you could say conflicted in a way because, a bunch of
emotionally conflicted?
His vice captain died, so he was in a fit of rage as well. So
yes, rage. Why would he not be in peak? He's mad. He's out for blood.
You could argue that.
He's on his poo shiesty. He wants it back in blood.
Like, you know how commenting versus thousands of okay, in character and then bloodlusted? Yama's actually bloodlusted right now.
Dude,
he wants Yama dead.
Dude, Yama literally was like, hold on, tell me how. Yama was literally like, bro, doesn't matter if you run, I'll catch you and I'll kill you. Like, this man was on demon timing, bro. This man is not mentally nothing. No, he's on demon timing. He's going crazy.
That
mentally conflicted my ass.
Be used in this battle as well, but yeah, generally Yamamoto's insane. Like, he's easily one of the top characters in this.
And what's even worse about this, right, is if you're going to try to argue this, you would bring up how Yamamoto was actually damaged by Chojiro's Bankai because he was mentally nerfed and he was not paying attention and he was reminiscing. You would mention that, but no, and that's the reason that doesn't work, by the way, is because Yamamoto then is like, all right, Chojiro's Bankai that he polished wouldn't be this week, one-shots this man and goes towards freaking Yuha. Like,
Like
Or
even then,
do it.
he wasn't injured. He was just like, he was just standing there, just like, fuck, this takes
No.
me back. You know?
No, if you look at the scenes, like the reason Yamamoto's damage is because of like that's from Chojiro's like his bond guy. Like that's why he has the damage, because he doesn't get any damage from Roy. Roy doesn't touch him. He doesn't touch that nigga. Man, it's casual. Only time he's bro, the only time this man's injured in this arc is by him being like, bro, freak, this takes me back, bro. And then the nigga that kills him. That's not fair, bro. It's not fair to the boy.
So you could argue that a bloodlusted one could theoretically
He is bloodlusted.
be used.
Man, dude, your voice jumped. Like, dude, are you, dude, Noons, are you puffing helium?
No, I'm not. But dude, we just talked about this bloodlusted.
He broke his voice.
As well, but yeah, I mean, generally Yamamoto's insane.
We know it's bloodlusted. He
Same.
wanted it back in blood.
Like he's easily one of the top characters in the series, and you know, I think that what he has going for him in this battle is the raw power, and you know his.
What?
Oh no!
You predicted it right.
saying-
You predicted it right.
it right. I predicted it.
You're right here, bro. Do y'all not know how Bleach works?
Boonga, boonga!
Do y'all not know how Bleach works, bro? This is crazy. You don't use crossverse to scale inverse. That's bad.
Dude, like fucking. You want to know what happens when you know
Ukiura and
base Yama fights Yuha? He gets eviscerated. Because it's what happens. You want to know what happens when base Ichibei fights Yuha? He's just like, yeah, this is fine. Just smacks him around, literally claps his Quincy spell away. Just.
Dude.
Wanna know what's so bad?
What I like
So-
about their scaling here? Literally, you're using cross-verse scaling, meaning Ukiura and Yuha scale the same tier. Since Ukiura's multi-continental, so is Yuha.
No. What's worse about this, dude? Is if this is like the reason, because you're like by saying raw power, you're not going by scaling. And if you're saying that right, niggas like the Soul King just have like no scaling because they only have statements for what they do, and they don't do shit. My nigga, you're using scaling to get Yamamoto impressive. This is what you've been talking about this whole time. You've been using crossovers and then scaling characters above, my bucko. Why aren't you using the same for our boy Ichibei, bro? Huh? What are you talking about, raw power, huh? What? Stop it.
So it feels like they're done with Yama, at least for now, because like they mentioned like, oh, he has the raw power advantage.
I'm like,
Like,
bro,
are they
where?
gonna move to Ichibei now? Or
Where?
So as
This
Chuck
might
said,
be-
Yamamoto was definitely not
This
fighting in
might be
a
a hot
level-headed
take. I
manner.
think
when
Clyde and Chuck would
before
get slapped on versus Battle Wiki.
Dude,
So
hold
as
on, look at
Chuck
this.
said, Yamamoto
He shows the
was
scan that debunks
definitely not
himself.
fighting in a
Although I'll catch you and kill you. What do you mean this man's not bloodlusted?
Yeah,
What do you
but
mean?
the
do you not see his facial expression
Look
in
how
that
cold
panel?
this is.
Like,
Look,
take out the dialogue. He looks fucking pissed.
this man
Yeah,
is bloodlusted.
Yeah,
Ready.
but here's the thing, though. With the scaling that they've just represented, I think it gets slapped at by people from versus Battle Wiki.
Oh no!
That's just a
for
bad
the
take
fake Yuha.
for like this man. You don't use freaking like, dude. He's literally. Oh.
And Yamamoto was definitely not fighting in a level-headed manner when he fought the fake Yuha Bark, as he basically says to Shunsui, he's like, don't worry, I'm going to exterminate every single one of these Quincy's, and he like explodes across the Soul Society, like he's extremely pissed off because his best friend pretty much just got killed by the overkill, and then he one-shot the guy. And it is true that he's definitely not at full power, because Yuha Bark does make this very apparent that his stubbornness with not getting Orihime to heal his arm was the reason why he was never considered a war potential.
No, you don't know how to read, my nigga. No. Okay, bro. That is aggressive as fuck. But nigga, you don't know how to fucking read if that's how what you got from that statement. No. So what he is talking about is Yamamoto's personality traits, right? The reason why he is not a war potential, right? And why he would have been considered a war potential before is because before he was a violent murderer that didn't care. He would just freaking violently murder you, dude. Not even on some Kenpachi stuff, dude. He's even worse than Kenpachi, bro. And so, but before, this nigga wouldn't just, he doesn't give a fuck, bro. So it's like, okay, we have this nigga. He's definitely a war potential, bro. He might just come out here and massacre our niggas, bro. No, that's
Like,
not Yamamoto no more.
now
He's calm, cool,
he's just
collected.
Like the only reason he was bloodlusted in the war was because fucking Chojuro died, and multiple pussies were taunting him about that.
And then the guy uses his Bankai, and he's like, "Bro,
better.
this ain't even my boy, bro. He's stronger than this, bro. Wait, what?
Actually, I think you're making a point that the fact that he's bloodlusted, he's going to fight worse than he normally would. Well, doesn't bloodlusted mean like you're hyper focused on killing everything?
Dude, if anything, you would be stronger. If anything, you would be stronger in the confines.
Yeah,
If anything, that would make you
like,
stronger.
You know how rage amps are a very typical thing in anime? There's a kernel of truth to that, because like getting angry just like sends chemicals throughout your body that just can give you a temporary amp.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure when you're really fucking pissed off, you actually fight better than normal, not just the fact that you're getting stronger. You're just so focused on hurting who you're fighting, but you're going to fight better.
It's so bad, right? Because I'm like, well, what are you saying Yamamoto's gonna do? Like in the scenario that like happened with Yuha, right? Because I'm like, okay, let's say that you're like, because you're obviously not talking about like actual, like just physically like getting stronger. Like, let's say you're talking about more calm, right? He does different tactics, okay, against Yuha. So what he does against Royd is completely dominate him. Royd can't do anything, and then he kills Royd. Doesn't matter what he does. Royd is dead. Doesn't fucking matter. He then like negs his Bankai. He's like, all right, cool. Negged you. And then Yuha pulls up. He's like, oh, you wasted all your energy? Look at you. Looking unclean. And then he one-shots him. Takes his Bankai one-shots.
Like, wait, are they trying to argue that Yama's too weak to be a war potential? Are they saying he's weaker than Kisuke?
Dude, is this the point? Hold up.
And I am actually going to cover a lot of this in my future Yamamoto video. Right now I'm making a video on Dongai Ichigo, but the Yamamoto video will cover a lot of stuff. Like there's stuff that even right now, as I'm, thinking about Yamamoto, like I haven't even fully researched myself because there's a lot to talk about this guy. Like,
what you mean you ain't even fully researched this man? Obviously, if you don't fully research, you haven't read the Lost Agent arc, boy. Look, dude, how do you read the 1,000-year blood war?
You literally just said, nah. I didn't research the video, that's why it's shit.
Hold up.
Oh, is that what made you rage quit?
No, I stopped around, I think, the 80% mark of a video since I just said, yeah, I'm not going to deal with this anymore.
Hold up. How do you read the war arc? Right? And you're like, you're using these feats, my friends. Like, Yuha literally says, bro, you got your powers back, right? Why the freak are you mentioning any of this shit, right? Like, what was the purpose of, like, what is this?
Yeah, but I
like
wonder why he's making a video on Dongai Ichigo.
I'm like, dude, I don't think you've researched any of this. How do you say that Yamamoto, like, okay, dude, if you're researching Dongai, right, and you're doing this in conjunction, right, how do you say, after reading the 1,000-year blood war, which you are researching because you have to research Yamamoto, that our boy Yamamoto is weaker? Huh? How are you concluding that? His power is cut in half. Oh, he's weaker, but he's above Dongai. Before he wasn't. What?
Dude, I don't think Clyde reads Bleach. I think he's a noodles type person who just reads the scans that he needs to read.
No, if you read the scans you need to read,
no, he's not that bad.
Dude,
he's not that bad.
It's in the .jpeg.
He's just a shit debater.
Dude, it's literally in the .jpeg of
for
being like, oh, True Shikai Ichigo is above Dongai Ichigo. This is .jpeg. We see this man Genjo right here, bro. What the? How you research this, bro?
I see one of the best villains in all of Bleach, Grand Fisher.
Grand Fisher is
like, no matter what, True Shikai Ichigo, like, no matter what, even if you don't think Fullbring is that strong, no matter what, True Shikai at the bare minimum is equal to Dongai. That's a bare fucking minimum.
No, dude, don't you know the strongest form in the series is Vasilordi since I fought Ukiura?
Dude, no matter what
Okay,
version
Prideful,
of full bring you bring
I'm
up,
really getting
besides the
sick
one
of your Ukiura memery. Please stop.
Okay,
Like,
I'll stop.
we're fucking houring this, and we're not even halfway through the video. Please, unless Ukiura gets brought up, do not bring that meme point. Please.
You know, he pretty much is when he fights the
No, you guys don't get it. It's supposed like the reason why like Prideful's saying that is because Clyde is a huge Ukiura guy.
I get it. I know why he views this. I'm just getting sick of it. And we're an hour into this and we're not even halfway through the video.
fake Yuha bark. No,
please.
Waste energy against the fake Yuha. And he's pretty much not even at full power because, as, you know, again, Shark said before, like with Kenpachi, like when he puts his second hand on his sword, which was taught by Yamamoto, there is an extreme difference in power when it comes to two hands. There seems to be a lot of stuff to do with...
Yo, why they show Ukiura clips for that Kenpachi point? This is a Clyde video!
Difference in power when it comes to two hands. There seems to be a lot of stuff to do with how, like, the hands and Bleach are very particular and they actually transfer a lot of power. Seems to be a lot of stuff to do with
now you
the
show
hands and Bleach are very particular and they actually transfer a lot of power, whether it's like technique or just like raw ability, you know. I guess you could say maybe there's like a connection.
Noon's Prideful wants to pause it.
Oh, what?
Dude, what is the weird obsession with fucking hands?
I don't know. Like, dude, this is not freaking serious, dude. Most people in the series fight one... Dude, there's literally two-handed swordsmanship, bro. Most of the people in the series fight with one hand, dude. Using two hands isn't freaking serious. Unless you're doing a specific kendo technique while using two hands. Like, bro.
Dude, like... what the fuck? Who the fuck is that bald guy I'm trying to think of?
Which one? There's a lot of those in Bleach.
The guy with the makeup on his face. That's
Hikaku?
Yeah, Hikaku. Yeah, that guy, like, he's like a master of a sword. He doesn't two-hand his sword. He fucking dual wields of his sheath.
Yeah. Dude, there's just different styles, bro. I don't know what this incentive on two hands is. It's a specific technique. That, like, a kendo technique, dude. Stop.
Power when it comes to two hands. There seems to be a lot of stuff to do with how, like, the hands in Bleach are very particular and they actually transfer a lot of power.
Like, yo, is Ichigo nerfing himself anytime he wields Tensa Zangetsu with only one hand? Is he only half as strong when he's only using one hand instead of two?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think Clyde might have a hand fetish. He brings up this point a lot.
Ability, you know, I guess you could say maybe...
Dude, like, it's... Bro,
there's like a connection with the wrists when it comes to how spiritual pressure works.
Here's another thing I like, the whole two-hand thing, like two-hand techniques. When has Yama ever used a two-handed technique?
Yeah.
Name it.
Never.
If you can't, out of character for him to do so.
Be a Shinigami thing only. Just something to mention in the video, but anyway, when it does come to Yamamoto, like, again, as Chuck said before, like, he's able to casually overpower some of the seals from the fake Yuha. The fake Yuha is so strong that Yamamoto can't tell the difference between this Yuha.
What do you mean? He overcomes the seals of the fake what?
Yamamoto, like, again, as Chuck said before.
Maybe he's talking about, like, when he tried that Quincy spell on him?
The seals from the fake Yuha.
He doesn't interact with it. Like, he literally lands in front of it. Like, he doesn't interact with it at all. Like, Yamamoto is literally, like, right in front of it. Like, he's like, bro, you can't enter. And he's like, right in front. And then he just brings up the dead. I'm like, what?
The fake Yuha is so strong that Yamamoto can't tell the difference between this Yuha bark and the one in the past. Funnily enough...
It's literally that niggas be different strengths, bro. It honestly, that people's strengths can vary, bro. It just is what it is, bro. It is what it is,
Wait,
bro.
are they trying to say Yamamoto could beat past Yuha, but past Yuha's weaker than Soul Society captains?
Like, even if you don't want to go that far, right? Let's say for some reason you don't take that as valid, even though Kubo literally confirmed it in an interview, right? Let's say you don't take that as valid, right? Okay, Aizen at 5th fusion is stronger than Yamamoto, period. He is. He knows of his Bankai. oh, can this nigga not do simple freaking mathematics? Interesting. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, going back on the point, he's stronger. Guidebooks confirm it. He confirms it. He says I transcend. Whatever. Cool. This nigga surpasses him. 1,000-year blood war. Bro, what is this? This nigga, like, what? Past Yuha is not good. Period. The past is not good. Unahani in the past are not good. Kid Kenpachi, not good.
Like, even if you don't take the whole, like the past sucked route, like, you know that at the, you know Yama's still stronger now than he was back then, right? Because his Bankai's more refined.
Dude, he literally trains just normally throughout the series. Soul Society, he trains. After the freaking Aron card, he trains. Dude, this nigga just trains. What are y'all? Come on, bro.
No, Yamamoto isn't that strong. He's old and handicapped now. He's far less powerful.
That Yamamoto can't tell the difference between this Yuha Bark and the one in the past. Funnily enough, Yamamoto actually defeated Yuha Bark 1,000 years ago who had the Almighty ability. And
he didn't use the Almighty ability.
This is where the debate gets really interesting because,
like, I don't know if I said he didn't have it, but I meant that he didn't use it. Like, when he fought Yamamoto, when he went Bankai, Yuha did not have the Almighty activate.
a lot of people have this misconception.
Like, he died in one hit.
Actually, like, he didn't even have it on.
Never got the chance.
Yeah, like like throughout the fight, because like Yamamoto was waiting for like you all to bring out abilities, so they had an extended fight in Shikai. Yamamoto then, like, because he doesn't have any knowledge about the Almighty, because he's like, oh, this is all your abilities. Like, he's like, okay, I defeated you, use all your abilities, now you're done. That's what he was waiting for. Then use all your abilities, I neg you, I kill you. Wouldn't work if he knew about the Almighty. Yuha didn't use the Almighty. This nigga swings his sword, it's done. Also doesn't work if he had the Almighty, he would have just resurrected himself. He didn't have the Almighty active in his fight. Like, don't mention that.
Conception that because Ichibei had a longer fight with the real Yuha, that automatically puts him above Yamamoto.
Yes.
But something they failed to realize is that, again,
What
Yamamoto
is that
is
actually
full power.
Yes, he was actually clapping a stronger Yuha, literally clapping a stronger Yuha than the one Yama died to.
Yep.
Like, I don't care how you try to argue it, it just does not look good on Yama's part by comparison.
Period, dude. Like, just period on this, right? Let's just put a period on this, right? Just to say it like this. Yuha can steal his Bankai. He can contain his Bankai. There's just nothing to say here. Bankai Yamamoto. Yuha. He has it. Oh, Yuha gets stronger. Ichibei dicks on him. Okay. Well, pretty clear cut. Okay.
And he doesn't.
At worst, even if you think like if Yama was at 100%, at worst, Yuha would still be relative to him because he could handle his Bankai.
Yep.
To all of his powers
and then he gets his soul, so he literally gets he literally just absorbs Yama's. Like, it's just so bad, bro. Like, how are you gaining powers? Absorb this nigga, and then you come on
against the real Yuha. And
like, even if we just say, okay, let's say they are dead even, that means that Yuha does not get any stronger. Like, not accounting anybody that dies, like, just Yuha does not get any stronger. He doesn't regain any powers. And he was dead equal to Yamamoto. Okay, he got his powers. So somebody that is 2 times stronger than Bankai Yamamoto is getting destroyed by Ichibei. How do you think Yamamoto will do? I don't think he'll do good.
And that's why the real Yuha.
This is basically just no wiggle room on how you can argue Yama being stronger. Because at the end of the day, Yama died to a weaker Yuha, and Ichibei was clapping a stronger Yuha. Like, this, it's not that difficult.
I could just,
like, it's not a good topic. Again, a good topic would be Yamamoto and the Zero Squad. That's a good topic. You can bring up multiple different arguments for who was really strong. The only problem, really, you can bring it into some questions we can't, like, you can say a few things, but the Zero Squad don't really do anything in Can't Fear on World. So I'm like, they don't really have besides what you're arguing, they don't really have anything. Like, there's multiple ways you can't argue it. Just saying. But yeah.
Over there and cut him in half. Basically, something he also says is that one of the reasons why the Quincy weren't able to steal his Bankai and Ichigo's is because both of their swords have evolved, and there's also some connection to them being too strong for them to be casually stolen, but you are saying...
It's literally that, like, they're not strong enough to contain it. It's not as too strong to be contained. It's just they weren't strong enough to contain it. No. Like, it's not even that it can't be stolen. It's that they just can't control it. So they can just steal this nigga's shit, but they just can't control the power in it. Literally, right here. It's not that we couldn't steal it. So this nigga Roy could have stole it, but he just can't control it.
But who else can control your immense power besides me?
That doesn't change the fact that it would have just been stolen.
At worst, U-Haul is relative to Yama. Again.
Like, this thing for Ichigo, right? It's literally that Ichigo is part Quincy, dude.
And part hollow.
And part hollow.
Like, he's part hollow. Like, they can't steal his Bankai because he's part hollow.
Like, dude, like, no, nobody, like, dude, what is this, bro? They literally just negged themselves by being like, bro, hollow, poison, ooh, pain. Like, Ichigo just has everything.
His hollow and Shinigami powers are actually fused together. Like, they can't steal his Bankai without also trying to steal his hollow powers, and that's just not going to work.
Literally, all his powers is, like, fused together. One, he's a Quincy. So, Quincy, things that are meant... Oh my God. Things, Quincy text... Bro, it's just so bad. They're all fused together, bro. Like, come on. Stop it. This
like
Ichigo is not
his
Yamamoto.
jail power eventually stopped working on Ichigo because his Quincy powers started to reawaken.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, yeah, the jail can't contain Quincy's.
Literally, bro. I'm like...
He just doesn't recognize... Like, it doesn't recognize Quincy's as enemies.
Like, literally just doesn't work.
Like, Ichigo's this huge outlier on the whole Bankai stealing.
Yeah. And then Yamamoto's making a claim based on that. And then Yuha says, no, you're wrong. It's not that we couldn't steal it. It's just that who can control it? Literally just debunks this nigga. He literally... Bro, imagine this man Yamamoto is like fucking Death Battle. And then this nigga... And this nigga Yuha is like, bro, original Seth, bro, doing the debunk between... Bro, original Seth, bro. This man's original Seth saying the debunk, bro. It's like, no, you're wrong.
I'm the only person who could technically control your Bankai, and, you know, that makes sense. So that's actually crazy, too, because it puts Yamamoto higher than the Star Knights, which a lot of people don't think are actually weaker than Yamamoto. But Yuha says verbatim he is the only Quincy that would be able to seal Yamamoto's powers.
Although you could argue that, like, the Storm Raiders, like, once they got all
Storm Raiders,
the revolve forms, like Gerard Valkyrie and, like, X-Axis, you could argue they're around that echelon of power.
With their hacks, there is definitely, like, potential for them to be a threat to Yamamoto, but...
No. Just no. Oh my god, dude.
Why is he bringing up the Stern Ritter? Like, Yuha's the only relevant one in this discussion.
Yeah. I'm like, these guys are bad. Like, stop it. Like, and if I don't know if Clyde has read Can't Fear on Worlds.
Wait. You don't
but
think
the nigga that powered
Bankai Kenpachi? What is this?
Since I'm like, I don't know why these guys are mentioning any of this bullshit, bro. You just bring up the statement that, oh, Yama is stronger than all of the Gote. Okay, boom, that's a pretty good statement. You don't have to be like, oh, they reach this higher echelon of power, firstly, because it doesn't do anything. It just looks bad on them. Because all these niggas are
in this discussion, it doesn't, like, you know, Grebby, you know, him saying he was the strongest Quincy, or strongest Stern Ritter, like, he actually was, until, like, the Elite Storms got the Oswale in it.
Literally.
Because, like, anytime he would, like, decide to go nuts, you had to be the one to put him down.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, this doesn't mean anything. The only relevant one is Yuha. All of these guys don't scale. I don't think you've read Can't Feed Your Own World, because Gerard, the guy that power cliffs all of them, and like is still weaker than Yuha, is literally just like, oh, okay, all y'all powers, bro, cool. Tokinada equal to this man. Everybody is boxing him and can't fear your own world. That's literally what can't fear your own world is. Tokinada versus the world. Not literally. It's more like 20 people, really. But yeah, he's equal to Byakuya. Byakuya gets a Zenkai and it's also like stronger. Like also like
yeah. But
it seems to be the case.
To what they said, the Quincy might be a threat to Yamamoto with her hacks.
Doesn't no,
So Yamamoto
it doesn't work.
With his just raw power full stop that he would be above.
Do they think that Giselle's blood could take control of him? Just like a few drops?
Bro. There's a statement.
What do you guys mean Bambietta stomps Yamamoto?
Bruh.
And she like beats. I can't speak on it. I haven't seen a war, so I don't know.
Dude, they're arguing that they're just trying to argue like the Quincy's hacks would be a threat to Yama. No, none of them can handle his Bankai. They're not on his level. He could just snag it.
All of them scale below base Yuha, bro. This is just so bad. So
trash. Oh, don't you know all the Quincy are human level, but their hacks make them that strong?
Yuhabak, who had the power of the Almighty, and the second that Yuhabak got these powers,
I gotta leave real quick because my phone is almost dead. I gotta charge it to turn off for a few minutes.
All right, but
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Yuha is stronger than he was in the past. This literally doesn't work. The Almighty is a power amp. It's not just a set tier power. And he didn't have the Almighty on when he fought Yamamoto. Like Yamamoto literally would have been like, where's this power amp that you done, bro? Where's your amp? What? Where's your ability? Like what? Come on now.
Ichibei was dead. Like he overpowered all of his hacks. He was able to just defeat him and pretty much.
It's literally also in character for Yuha to be saying his ability as well. It's literally in character for him to explain.
Yuha didn't use the Almighty in a fight against Yama. Does that mean Yama off-guarded Yuha to beat him in the past?
No, he didn't. They literally had an extended fight. He goes into Bankai and then he one-shots Yuha. Yuha can fight without the Almighty. The Almighty is just an ability. But we don't know. Like how maybe the Almighty's like power amp would have been rivaled by like Yamamoto's Bankai amp. Who knows? Who knows?
And it was just his vote standing is Almighty.
No. It all doesn't work like the others.
One strike and blow his body apart. And then he gets the Mimihagi later, which isn't relevant to the fight, but it's very crazy to think that Yamamoto was able to take down this Yuhabak in the past, and
this Yuhabak is not impressive. Don't compare him to this one. Misinformation.
Again, it's when his powers returned. Some people might argue against this and say, oh, well, how's that relevant and stuff? The fight's different, he's gotten stronger. Nothing in the series implies that Yuhabak got stronger.
Yes, it does. Him scaling to anybody. Yamamoto is stronger. He kills Yamamoto.
That is implied is that Yuhabak actually got his powers back. This is, backed up by him saying that his powers returned and Hushvolth putting a lot of emphasis on the fact that his powers have finally returned after the, the 999 year time span thing, etc. But
that is the Almighty.
That's really crazy. So, to those of you who think that, Yamamoto just gets washed and it's just a one-sided fight because Ichibei fought longer against the real Yuha, it's just not the case. Like,
that is actually just wrong.
Yes, imagine Clyde and Chuck and try to debunk your design.
Like, bruh, they're literally just wrong. They didn't read.
Scales much better than people believe.
Now,
Yamamoto doesn't.
With Ichibei, he is like one of the most ancient Soul Reapers. He is the leader of Zero Division, who are tasked with protecting the Soul King, and they did a really good job with that. But like he was the person who first chose the names for the Zanpakuto and the Shikai and Bankai properties. So, right off the bat, you could say that he is more experienced than Yamamoto and has seen more combat as well. But the thing that Ichibei has that is really scary is his hacks. He might not, have this scorching heat of the sun at the tip of his blade, but he is really nasty because of the properties of his sword called
mentioning Crossbow shit inverse? Stop it! Just stop mentioning Crossbow shit inverse.
No. Like it's fine if they're talking about hacks for the fight. That's fine. Like they're just saying the tip of the sun. I'm like, yeah, that's just really hot. But if that's what they're saying.
Yeah, say yes. They could just say his blade bypasses durability. due to its fucking hacks. You don't have to bring up the exact fucking scaling for it.
Arguably.
Bungie.
But they didn't
Yeah.
even make that argument.
And also his other abilities, which I'll get further into. So for one, when he releases his sword, or just by cutting someone, he can actually cut their power in half, or the function, or whatever he cut. So with Yuha, like, he cut his arm, and it's like, oh, now your arm only has a power of R, like its power has been cut in half. And he can also take the power of people's names, including the name of their Zanpakuto, which would basically infer that he would nullify their properties as well. And really the only reason that Yuha was able to counter this ability, even after he got like his power cut in half, is
Baller art. We love Cuba.
because of the Almighty, which allowed him to basically replenish this lost power, which is something that Yamamoto doesn't have. So as I said, this is one thing that will make this battle difficult, is that the hacks is going to be really important here. He can also use and kill someone using the black around them and the futures of knights. Now, we don't know exactly how this ability works, or at least I don't really understand how it works. But it's either like takes the futures of these knights and uses it like as an attack, or he takes the black.
Bro.
Yes, Graham said, yeah. I didn't. I don't know what this does. I didn't read what it does.
Dude, bro, Chuck. This is just, I'm being nice to you, Chuck. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not meaning anything negative about this to you. I'm going to explain this ability to you. All right. We'll go over it together. All right. We're going to go over this together. So Ichibei, to initiate this technique, right? He takes the knights from the future. We know in Can't Fear Your Own Worlds, he took it. He actually did that shit. Like it hasn't been night in for Can't Fear Your Own World for a while. So Ichibei initiates this technique. He takes that, right? He's using his ink, whatever, producing black. Cool. He splashes you with it, as you see right here. He splashes you with it first. Now it's coming down. Cool. You are now in the technique. It goes into his jar. All right. So all of this is to build this right here. All right. So here are the actual properties of it, right? So the night and the darkness, right? That was auto-initiated. He built this. And then these are the graves dedicated to you, but from the nights stolen from the Soul Society 100 years from now. They will soak up even the black you wear, then your blood, flesh, and bones black, and return them to nothingness. You're basically going to get your existence erased. Not even rebirth will be tolerated. Fall into a pitch black hell. Literally. So this is basically a tomb for Yuha, pretty much. All right. This man's just talking about everything turning black. All right. What it does, you get soaked in it. Everything turns to black, and you return to
Clyde and Jack would be working together with this video. Did they even read the series?
Like, dude, like the panel being all black here, basically. Like, yes, hold up. Come on, bro. But yeah, the panel basically being all black right here is literally Yuha getting inked out. His existence being erased. That's what's happening. That's just basically what it does. Thumbs up.
Cool. Yuha existence erasure resistance.
Black from those knights, but essentially, like, he can use the black from living things and the Shinigami, Quincy's, like, whatever that exist. And, you know, we see, like, all the black from all over the Serite being, you know, sucked away. And he engulfed Yuha Bak in this, and even then, it pretty much got negated because of his abilities. But one thing that I would like to go over is that his Senri Sutensho is, like, basically his big-ass hands that allowed him to knock back Yuha Bak. That'll be really important because it would infer that he has superior physical strength to Yamamoto. And I would say that one of his biggest trump cards is
why
the
does that matter? Ryatsu equates to your power. Why does that have physical strength?
Because that does factor into your power. Your physical strength does factor.
Physical strength and speed are relative to your Ryatsu, aren't they?
Your speed isn't your strength, actually. That's your striking with is.
Okay,
yeah,
unless you're using an external technique.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying like if you have higher Ryatsu, you're just objectively faster than sort of a lower Ryatsu. I'm saying, and like without any skills or like abilities that buff your speed, if you generally have a higher Ryatsu, shouldn't you be like physically faster? You're not using like a newer person is using flash step that's sort of lower Ryatsu than you.
No, it's just a skill thing.
Oh.
There's also
Okay,
just your physical movement,
what
but
did I
there's
hop
also
into?
like
Am I muted?
there's also skills for
you hopped into basically me complaining about him saying like he has superior physical strength. Ichibei has superior physical strength to Yuha, but that wouldn't matter as his Ryatsu should just be stronger if he's physically stronger than Yuha.
What?
like his Ryatsu will just
Wait,
like
what?
like it just doesn't matter. Like just this physical thing doesn't actually matter.
Which is his
Oh, but Yang, since you're gone, they're saying because of like his Hados, boom, like in the hands and him smacking away Yuha, he's physically stronger than Yamamoto. I'm like, cool, that's whatever.
He has like more Ryatsu and he's stronger than Yama.
Well, Yamamoto
Yeah, like,
doesn't.
wouldn't it just mean like he's overall stronger? Like, just come on.
I don't know if Yama has these techniques though. To be fair, I don't know if he.
Oh, I just know.
Also, what was the thing about speed? What was the thing about that, by the way?
I was trying to explain why I thought Ryatsu equated to its natural speed without techniques.
No, it doesn't. Because like, it just like speed does not correlate to power or Ryatsu in Bleach. Because like Soifone is the fastest.
No,
the Gote 13 despite Yama being
flash step. That's why I thought she was the fastest. I didn't think she was fast since her Ryatsu. I just thought she was fast due to her flash step.
It's just like there's not a direct correlation. That's the issue.
Like,
it's
one of
to
those
see if like
things
someone's
like,
faster than another. It would have to be on a case by case basis.
And how is Kenpachi so fast? Yeah, like fast enough to keep.
I'm not saying he's slow. It's just that like again, speed does not correlate to power necessarily in Bleach.
But he's like
Soifone and
really
Somari are
powerful,
way
really
faster
fast,
despite not being the strongest people in their organizations.
Okay, so what the technique does, what flash step does is like it just helps you move. All right, it just helps with your movement to get somewhere. You can just be like, bro, I'm just fast, dude. You don't necessarily need techniques to be fast. You can like be bad at techniques and like that's fine. You can just be fast.
Oh.
Also, Liam attack, which allows him to take away
Anyways, let's actually
opponent and effectively.
Because this is a side tangent that I don't think they even brought up speed. But what you're saying?
I mean, he does have a crazy physical strength. I mean, with his hands, he was able to crush away Yuha box light beams even after bestowing half the power that he lost. And he also has a lot of Keto. I mean, he should be able to use the Dragon Keto, like the Time Stop Keto, all of those. Basically, everything that Yamamoto knows, he should know as well. I mean, he is like literally with the oldest Shinigami pretty much. And now with his Bankai, his Shinuchi, Shirafude, Ichimonji can carve a new name into something that's been covered in black ink. And, you know, he could theoretically use this to either weaken Yamamoto's power or try to hinder the abilities of his Zanpakuto. But for now, what I will say is that I think that generally Ichibei has more hacks potential.
Dude, like, he inks over Yamamoto's Bankai.
What? You're really quiet now all of a sudden, Noon.
Yeah.
He inks over.
I'm really quiet.
I'm going real quiet, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
you're normal now.
Okay. He inks Yamamoto's Bankai. He inks the medallion. We essentially already saw Yamamoto versus Ichibei with Yuha. We essentially already saw it. Just a buffed up Yamamoto fighting Ichibei, and the nigga lost.
Another point to sort of go over, like, Ichibei stronger than Yuha. Like, even if we say that the Yuha that Ichibei fought was perfectly equal to the one that fought Yama, even though he's not, and that, you know, Yama only lost to Yuha because he was tired, you know, he wasn't at his best. At the end of the day, Ichibei pushed Yuha so much that his only out to his ink was the Almighty. That was his only win con at that point.
He literally lost.
And logically,
I don't see how, like, this is a debate at all, really.
Power if he has both.
Like, there's just so much in Ichibei's favor, it's not even fun.
But I do think that they are really close to each other.
Wait, what?
Ichibei has more hacks potential and logically more raw power if he has both hands to work with, and he.
Then what was this talking about? Yamamoto has more raw power, logically more raw power, right here. Chuck,
if he has both hands to work with, like
he does.
Where are they getting this from?
Hacks potential and logically more.
Yeah, you're not switching over to round. We're talking about Yamamoto, just like in the middle. Like no, you're talking about Ichibei. Why do you say Yamamoto has more raw power?
Raw power if he has both hands to work with, and he should have more experience, but I do think that they are really close to each other. I think that Yamamoto has the edge in raw power and
what? How?
No.
Yeah, like wait, hold up. What?
More raw power.
Wait,
more
if he
raw
has both
power.
hands, he would have
Ichibei
raw power.
does have both
he has more
hands.
raw power.
Work with, and he should have more experience, but I do think that they are really close to each other. I think that Yamamoto has the edge in raw power.
Like how do you in the next sentence say that?
Doesn't have periods, so it all comes off as just one giant runoff sentence to me.
Yeah, but I'm like,
it's like, oh, if Yama has more power, has both hands, he has more power. Yama has more power, by the way. You know what I mean?
It's that he's saying that if Ichibei has both hands, he has more power. Because he can't switch to talking about Yamamoto and then switch back to talking about Ichibei right here. So he has to be fully talking about Ichibei right up till right here when he's talking about Yamamoto. How do you switch over? Yamamoto doesn't have both hands, so how does he have more raw power? Even what are you talking about? Ichibei logically has more power. He has both of his hands. Yamamoto has more power, but he has one of his hands. What are you talking about?
Ordinary fact. And one thing I like to bring up is that this battle does depend a lot on which Yamamoto are we using. Are we using
seriously
one that's using two hands? Or are we using the one that fought Yuha?
A level-headed one that has two hands. So are you saying that which Yamamoto are you referencing?
Soul Society arc?
Because then he's saying,
are he's weaker now than he was back then.
Are we using hypothetical one where they're head to head, right, and they're in character? But I think that generally they are both really close in power.
They're okay. Yamamoto in the 1,000-year.
Wait, they're close in power. Wait. So Ichibei has more power because he has two hands, but Yama has more power. But now they're close in power. Make up your fucking mind.
Dude, can you see why I rage quit this video?
Okay, so 1,000-year Blood War arc, Yama, strongest Yama. Alright, that's pretty cool. Poggers. A theoretical Yama that would be the strongest is a Yama with two hands. That's it. But that still wouldn't make him strong enough to box up Ichibei. Ichibei literally is dicking on, we didn't mention this, but Ichibei didn't even use his Bankai. Initially, he was destroying Yuha before he used his Bankai, and then he switched over to it.
Clyde and
the Bankai was basically just a flex because he completely inked up Yuha.
I don't think
literally
is canon.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
what?
I'm just gonna say this: Clyde and Chuck don't think the anime is canon, even though it is. But doesn't fucking Yamamoto fight most of the captains in one of the filler, or not filler arcs, for arcs in the anime?
Yeah, and he literally, I'm pretty sure, doesn't he fight himself?
And fucking Udatake.
No,
and...
there is no Ray guy Yamamoto. I think it might have been I can't remember the explanation.
No, I'm saying
hold up, my boy Hybrid in the Hybrid in the chat. Hold up.
Okay, because I still remember the whole anime. Yamamoto never fought himself.
I'm saying.
Stop talking. Stop talking. Let the boy have talk.
The only fight Yamamoto has ever been in the Rengai arc is don't worry about it, powerful. I understand, I get you, but I'm not correcting you or anything. I'm just saying that the only people that Yamamoto has ever fought was I forgot the main villain's name.
And Jushiro. And
I'm talking about in the whole Rengai arc. The first fight he ever had was with Kagerosa. Yeah, in the human world. Then after that, he fights Jushiro, Shinsui, and
Unohana.
And then after that, that's pretty much it.
He actually fights Unohana and Toshiro before he fights the other guy.
Oh, I honestly like if he fought
That's what I'm
Toshiro, he would
referencing. Like, doesn't he
if I remember
fully
correctly,
the
like, he
captain?
probably just one shotted
He
him.
straight says, yeah, without my
Okay.
without
Okay. Would you please take turns? You're talking over each other. It's impossible to understand.
No, I stopped already.
Oh no, but basically what I was trying to say is these captains are fighting Yamamoto, and Yamamoto's just looking at them like saying, "Yeah, even though I don't have both my arms, I'm still going to like beat the living shit out of you."
By the way, the Reigai are amped versions of the original Shinigami. Every single one of them.
Like, and he straight up pulls out with his like Shikai and says, "Yeah, I'm going to beat the living fucking shit out of you boys. Don't think you can kill me."
Like I feel like this is a bit of an exaggerated example, but like Omaida, like when he and his Reigai are fighting each other, like the Reigai's Shikai is like 3 times bigger. And like Byakuya, when fighting his Reigai has like way more petals for his Bankai. Like it's the Reigai are just straight upgrades over the originals.
Yeah, power, but it's also said in that arc that the Reigai like have a few flaws in their personality and fighting skill that make
just like
gaps.
power wise, they are just upgrades. You get the sentiment. You get what I'm going with here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, can I say something?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You're all right, dudes. So the only person Yamamoto has ever fought that you can argue that's remotely close to him is in the Zanpakuto arc, where like he decides to like he decides to let Ichigo like go to the human world to find Muramasa. This is in the Zanpakuto arc, by the way. And he stays behind, and he's like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna have to teach my Zanpakuto a lesson." So he pretty much like boxes with his Zanpakuto like right after. But they don't show it. They don't show it. He just says, "Oh, I'm gonna have to fight to beat the crap out of him." That's it.
Oh, really? Dude, we need to rewatch the anime, bro. There's this. Okay, it's I forget when it is. It's it's in the Kagerosa. I forgot. Regarch. Like they're in the human world. Like somebody's absorbing Yamamoto's flames, and then like he sends it back at him, and Yamamoto goes down. Like they draw and shit. I'm like, bro. Stop it.
And it's gonna come down to hacks versus raw power, basically.
Yeah, so if it's like the Yamamoto that only has one arm, I wouldn't really debate on the side of Yamamoto with this, to be honest, just because if he can't overpower the abilities of the fake Yuha and the real one, like in a sense where it's sort of like easy-ish, if you know what I'm saying, like, because the fact that he was able to defeat Yuha in the past means that he was able to somehow overpower or defeat the almighty ability, which is really impressive to think about. So I think that Ichibei would simply be able to, you know, out-hacks him and...
As we said before, current stronger. And so if he agrees to not talk about the current, like y'all can just go see why the past is trash. Yeah. Like if you know the past is trash, then you would know. Like you acknowledge it. Cool. You just need to inform yourself on the past.
Land the ink on him and then beat...
Like don't you really like FKT? Is that not what you like mostly talk about? Well, why aren't you knowledgeable on like bro Don Guy, Aizen, and then go read the Lost Agent arc? Didn't you make a full Bring Ichigo video, dude? Didn't this man make a full Bring Ichigo video?
Actually, yeah, check it real quick. I think he might have.
Let's see. Clyde.
The stream died for a second there. Hi, Jay.
Back. Clyde, full bring. Oh wait, no, there, bro. It was right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I just made a full Bring Ichigo video. How do you research this arc and not, bro?
Well, I think you should cover that video too. See what he said. I might rewatch that video too. I guess I'd tell you what he said.
Like I don't. Bro, what was I looking for in this video? Because I moved through this video. Oh, no. I think he said that Yukio made the world of the living. And so I looked if he had a scan and he didn't, apparently. So I'm like, okay, well, we can check that out eventually. Whatever. Let's go back to this.
Him. There's definitely arguments like to make on the other side where if we have the the two armed Yamamoto, which is definitely the one that we're talking about in this video, and he's level-headed and he's not doing stuff out of the ordinary, then pretty much like that comes down to, well, does the whole Aizen statement about spiritual pressure work where you can overpower abilities, because that is a continuous thing shown in the series, like.
He nags Ichibei with the almighty. If he was stronger, yes.
You're super quiet, dude. You're almost muted.
If he's
Yeah.
all right, is this fun?
Yes.
All right.
Also,
Yuha
see what it looks like on the pause screen right now? What the fuck am I looking at on this pause screen? What the fuck was that random
transition?
Because that is a continuous thing shown in the series, like Yamamoto did it to Yuha's seal.
Does not look good when you pause it during it.
Where he was able to still continuously have the Kyoko Suigetsu active on him for the entire series, even later on. So, there's lots of examples of stuff like this that does, exist in the series more than just the Soifon and Aizen fight itself. But when it comes to Yamamoto, so we'll basically get down to who would win the fight itself, but there are some interesting statements about Yamamoto that sort of work in not just the past, but also in the current time period we're talking about. Those examples being...
We're only, halfway through the video, and they're
now talking about...
How is this an 18-minute discussion? After you already go over the feats and stats, even though not really.
Yeah.
That he is the...
Dude. There's so many fucking issues with this. They use cross-verse and inverse. They get, like, many things wrong with outright lore things in the verse. Things that are said verbatim in the verse, they're getting wrong.
Dude, if you wanted to do this, you would make a video and construct it around Yuha. Say why Yuha is impressive. Go over his lore, and then be like, okay, these two fight Yuha, and then we make a conclusion. Like, that's what you should have done. And then you talk about factors. Well, like, if you had actually done that, you would have understood.
Well, it's not a Clyde
one
video
doesn't scale.
It's 40 minutes of bullshit.
And this makes him head captain since the Soul Society's birth.
It's a Clyde video. It's a filibuster. It comes with the territory.
He also states there is no something. He is the...
This is a Clyde video. This is a Clyde video. It's a filibuster that's more than twice as long as it needs to be. Comes with the territory.
Well, yeah. Actually, no. Clyde's entire channel is a filler episode. I'm just gonna say that.
I said filibuster. It's empty. It's basically a bunch of words that don't mean anything. That's what a filibuster essentially is.
Yeah. But
yeah,
Yamamoto directly below the Zero Squad.
Yeah, like this is physically painful to watch.
I'm like, dude, even in Can't Fear Your Own World, like, it's stated that Kenpachi is the strongest Shinigami. They're not even considering Ichibei in that. They're not, because in the novel he's weaker than Yamamoto. Like, they don't even, like, when they talk about being the strongest, at least when Yamamoto and them, they don't consider the Zero Squad. They're not talking about them. Like, they're just something completely separate. And they're like, they acknowledge, yeah, Zero Squad above the Gote. Like, when they're talking about strongest Shinigami and shit, they're not referring to the Zero Squad.
And this makes him head captain since the Soul Society's birth. He said.
Also, Ichibei is older than the Soul Society. Older than Yamamoto. Like, has emerged for 1,000 years. He's older than 1,000 years old. Ichibei is older than 1,000,000 years old, so he's before this.
Ichibei is literally the first Shinigami ever, so like it's perfectly consistent for him to be stronger and for him to not be a Shinigami born stronger than Yama in 1,000 years, because Ichibei is literally older than him.
This literally works. It's like, no Soul Reaper stronger than me has emerged for 1,000 years. Okay, for 1,000 years, like when he's just been active, nobody's just pulled up. Ichibei's older than 1,000. He's like, bro, I've been here, bro. Nobody knew pulled up. That's why I'm the head captain. Ichibei just vibing in the Zero Squad, bro.
Say something along the lines of, no Shinigami has been born stronger than me. He also states there is no greater security than himself, hence why he has no security in...
He can't get the Zero Squad as security. He can't get Ichibei as his security.
The Zero Squad's job is to literally guard the Soul King. Like, it's not the same as the Gote 13's job.
Bro, Bro,
It's like the ho-ho it's like Clyde trying to... It's like Clyde trying to argue like, oh, Yama can't break the chains of hell when he would have no reason to even go there. Like, it's not his job.
Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god.
In my opinion, Ichibei would just power no.
Doesn't even need to do that. He will literally just dude.
Hey,
Let me go to this fight, bro.
One thing terrible about this video, the entire, I think, quarter or halfway through, we're just mixing inverse and cross-verse scaling the entire, like, 50% way through the video mark.
Yeah. Like, if they're arguing them to be equal, I would just say Ichibei just power nose.
Yeah, but it's not even that, dude. Dude, like when they scale Yamamoto, they're like jumping between inverse crossverse, inverse crossverse, inverse crossverse, inverse crossverse.
Oh, that is annoying as shit. Like, okay, like Ichibei argument doesn't even need his Shikai because like even his baseline Zanpakuto, no Shikai, no Bankai, even his base Zanpakuto can cut your power in half if he inks you.
Dude,
so like
he literally would just send Yamamoto flying and he would just neg him, bro. Just hit him with the palm, hit him again, it's over.
Exactly.
Like there's just no real way for Yama to win. Like their showings against you are so different.
Like, dude, this
this could be braggadocious, but it does seem to be the case that like
Also,
why would he be
he's gonna
scared?
get way
Because
more
there really
painful
isn't
if he
any
heads
character
out.
out there
it just is bragging.
that could, come into his room and like, attack him, like he'd be fine. Yamamoto is continuously stated to have the strongest Zanpakuto, just full stop.
When Yama's saying like, oh, there's no greater security than me, like he's obviously talking in the context of just like everything else of the Gote 13.
Yeah.
Because like, those stories show up, they're like, oh, you're alone. Don't you think you should get some better security? He's like, I'm the best security here. I'm the strongest thing around.
Yeah.
Like, obviously he's not even thinking about Ichibei when he's saying that.
I'm like, bro.
Ichibei is literally millions of miles away in another dimension.
Yep. Again, when people make these statements, there's not mentioning Ichibei. They're not talking about him. It's just blatant. They just blatantly concede. Like they're not talking about the Zero Squad. In the novels, it's acknowledged. Oh, it's the Zero Squad is above them. In 1,000 Year Blood War, it's like acknowledged that the Zero Squad
directly
is above
stated.
them. In Spirits Are Forever, Richu, it's acknowledged. Like, bro, what?
Like again, like they bring up like, oh, Yama. He says like, no, there's no greater security than me. Like. They're not going. I guarantee you, they're not going to bring up the statement like, "Oh, the Zero Squad combined are stronger than the Gote 13 combined."
They said they were going to talk about it. Oh, they bring up 13 Blades, bro. They better bring up Ichibei 13 Blades. Let's see. But yeah, again, like just to reiterate, yeah, they're not talking about
both Yamamoto
the Yamamoto propaganda.
Like,
not even good propaganda, bro.
Eyes and Shunsui Ukitake repeat this about Yamamoto. Shunsui is aware of the Zero Division. He's met Ichibei before. He's also met some of the other members of the Zero Division. So, you could probably argue from the stance of, well, just because Shunsui's met Ichibei doesn't mean he knows the full extent of his powers. That's definitely true, but it seems to be like this continuous statement, which is always repeated in the series, that Yamamoto has the strongest Zanpakuto, even if Ichibei...
So what is this non-point that they're trying to make? Like, what the fuck are they even going on about now? He has the strongest Zanpakuto doesn't mean he's super powerful. It just means good abilities.
Like, even then, I'd argue that Ichibei's Zanpakuto is better.
Yeah.
Like,
you can argue Chunsui's Zanpakuto is fucking better.
I'm like, because you can both argue it like this, right? That they're only talking in context of the Soul Society, because everybody acknowledges that the Zero Squad is above, or they're just talking about ineffective ability. Like, it can be either. And being like, okay, Yamamoto's like his Ryujin Jaka, bro. It's a really powerful one, bro. You have it. Like, you're a step ahead. Like, oh, I just use Shunsui's. Oh, not as good. You would want Yama's. Like, that's just basically what it's saying. And if it's saying it like that, it's not even relevant. That's just a
it's like flat ability wise, like I forget what's Ichibei's Zanpakuto's name? Ichimonji.
Ichimonji.
Is that it?
Ichimonji.
Yeah, Ichimonji is just way better ability wise because like at the end of the day, Ryujin Chakara Shikai is just a fire beat stick, whereas Ichimonji's just like, yeah, I'm gonna neg your name and your powers.
They probably don't even know Ichibei's actual, like, they probably don't even know his abilities. They probably just know he's strong. I don't even need to show him his abilities. Like, dude, what is this?
Individuals and characters like Aizen, Shunsui, Ukitake,
Oh boy.
Yamamoto. Shunsui is aware of the Zero Division. He's met Ichibei before. He's also met some of the other members of the Zero Division. So, you know, you could probably argue from the stance of, well, just because Shunsui's met Ichibei doesn't mean he knows the full extent of his powers. That's definitely true, but it seems to be like this continuous statement which is always repeated in the series that Yamamoto has the strongest Zanpakuto. Even if Ichibei, you know, has like the oldest Zanpakuto, or he's basically the character who like named all the Zanpakuto. Like, it's sort of irrelevant because there is so many statements that say that Yamamoto's is like the oldest and the strongest all the time. So that's interesting. It's up to like, do you believe Ichibei has authority over the sword and that just means he could just automatically cancel it out by
no,
the
though.
power of words?
Or did they just say that Yama's is the oldest and strongest of all time? No, Ichibei is older.
Yes.
What do you mean?
By extension, his Zanpakuto would be older too.
Yamamoto's Zanpakuto existed before anything ever existed, dude. It's the oldest thing in the verse.
What is this thing?
Very disappointed.
Yeah, dude, this video is so fucking painful.
Where is...
It feels like...
Literally, I like this video is so painful. I'd straight just walk up to pain and say, "My pain is truly greater than yours."
The meme punch. My pain is truly greater than yours. Oh no.
Dude, like Ichibei says it right here, that because long before Bankai was born in this world, this was the first evolved Zanpakuto. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
He was the first Bankai.
Like, sus.
Yeah, hey.
Your knowledge is dubious.
I feel like they would say, well, Yamamoto looks older, so he's older.
Dude, yeah, we talked about that before, dude, because Ichibei has black hair. And Yama has white hair.
And he's got a fuller beard, too.
Dude, Yama's
he does deadass look younger than Yama.
Dude,
despite being older.
Yama is literally 100 times younger than Ichibei, unironically. Like, all we know is he's around 1,000. Ichibei's over 1 million.
That's wrong. That's like Yama is like weaker since he's older and he's a crippled guy. So of course he's weaker than Ichibei.
Even though Ichibei's older, so he should be more crippled.
Ichibei just has good skincare.
Bruh.
Listen, man. Zero Squad, that does some weird shit to your body, man. He's a key now.
Man, I said, bro, that key, it does wondrous things for your skin, bro. Y'all gotta get on this, bro. Yes, sir.
While fighting can overpower that rule and he can defeat Ichibei in a battle.
I could be wrong on this, but in 13 Blades, which is one of the Bleach guide...
Did y'all do this? Dude, these guys must have done this in one take. And then just... That's fine. You know what? Okay. You know what? I respect that even more. I respect that. But, does come off bad when there's inconsistencies and just blatant wrong things. But that's just because you literally just don't have good scaling. I'm not going to say, like, just relatively speaking.
Books,
like, that's bad, it's just that you're wrong.
Which hasn't been translated like to English yet. I don't know why they haven't done that yet, but
yeah, hurry up, Biz.
Yeah, I believe that Ichibei is included in that guide, but I think that there is still a statement there about Yamamoto having the strongest fire types on Zanpakuto. So if it includes Ichibei in there and the other Zero Division, then that kind of negates the whole, the Zero Division is above the Gote 13.
No. Hold up. Ichibei 13.
Man, what are these fucking arguments? These are arguments that a normie would make.
Like, this
Okay, I'm sorry. I blanked out for a few minutes. What did I just say? I'm
he
sorry.
just said that like, oh, Yama said to be the strongest, and because Ichibei's in 13 blades, he's stronger. I'm like, no.
This video is
I don't
more,
think.
like, honestly, what the fuck is that? Who was that guy that said Vastalorde Ichigo is Dangai, Vastalorde, and Mugetsu are the strongest?
Honcho scaling.
Yeah,
I think that was
Honcho
the guy's
scaling. I'd actually say Honcho's videos are less painful than this one.
Because like the thing that makes it so painful is that it's not even cross-verse.
Yeah.
Like in cross-verse stuff, you can get shit wrong easily because you're working through two different series with two different complete methods of scaling and all that. But this is inverse scaling. It's not that hard to argue Ichibei's wings stronger than Yama.
What makes it so painful for me is I like Chuck's content, but this just makes me feel like it just makes me think Chuck's a fucking idiot.
Nah, this isn't a series, dude.
He doesn't watch the series. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Or if he does, he's just like the most surface level shit.
Research. Don't rely on Clyde. Like, Clyde's honestly the worst bleach scaler out there, probably.
At least mainstream one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Normie could slap fucking Clyde in a bleach discussion.
Nah, they would probably just.
They read the fucking series. Like, why are people getting information from Clyde? Like, it's just going to nerf him and make him look like a fucking idiot.
Dude, I know it's somewhere, but I'm pretty sure there's I forgot where it is, but there's something that says Ichibei is stands at the pinnacle or stands at the top of all Shinigami. Like, bro, just directly in 13 blades. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's something.
Which is something that we will cover later in this video, but basically, like, you have some conflicting statements here and there.
Do you want to just stop?
There is
just
a lot
just stop watching the fucking
that
Chuck and Clyde video because I feel like we've. Like, where can they go from here?
Oh my god. 90% of this video is filler.
Oh, they mentioned novels at the end, I guess. Hold up. I guess we can look. They mentioned novels at the end.
There's a picture. But we're trying to be as like on the nose as possible. With alright, we know there's some weird stuff in the novels, but we're trying to be as like on the nose as possible.
The novels just show just how bad it is. What are you talking about? Like, I don't know. I'm like, it just shows how much time this part wasted. But I guess we can stop. Like, we've said everything to the topic. I'm like. The rest of
this is just going to be painful filler.
Nigga, it's been 2 hours. Fuck yeah, we need to leave. Yeah, all right. Love y'all. This video was bad. It has nice production, but the video is bad. It shouldn't be 40 minutes. Firstly, this is not that big of a topic. Most of this is filler. Like, this is filler right here. Like, you could have cut this down by 20 minutes, honestly. Don't do it in one take. Edit.
If you cut the video in half, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as painful.
Yeah. So. With that being said, bye. This video's over.